Should nobody drown on my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken at the goal line.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. The numbers for Jones last week, 17 carries, 72 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Max Crosby make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Wilson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Carl Lawson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Jake Bailey on down to punt here on 4th down.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in there by Crowder. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott now to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Open man here is Conklin.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Aaron Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
61.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 18-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Najee Harris, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A first down throw for Prescott. This one caught by Crowder. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running backs much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Hey, kill!
And again, it's Prescott. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're able to corral them right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still second down.
On second down, here's Wilson. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Harris running straight ahead, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Najee Harris, as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
You know, it's not just all athleticism for defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7, forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big, can go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Josh Paschal there to bring him down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. On play action, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, he completes it to Jones.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss and also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Prescott now from the 50. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On third down, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Now he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's another carry for Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Now they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:53 remaining. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Being chased out left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Prescott.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run again with Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just...
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On third down, here's Harris. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So it's Washington.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being